Hi, if you're preparing for software engineering and you're wondering what programming language you should use during your preparation period, watch this video till the end and I'll definitely share my experience with you in terms of what I have done when I had to prepare software engineering interview. Hello, my name is Edson. Welcome to this channel where we talk about software engineering and where I also share my experience. In this video, we will kind of dissect, or at least I will share with you the experience that I had when I have to prepare for software engineering interview. Because of my first job I got via an internship, I did not really have to prepare very hard for software engineering interview. At least when I was a student, everything was fresh in my head, and during the interview they asked me a very easy question, like an insertion sort type of question, or something that didn't require a lot of preparation. I think I got this first job because I did things on my own that was not school related, so I've already had some good understanding on how web application work and like what is the MVC pattern. So they took a chance with me and get me that first internship. So from the first internship, getting the first job was also easy, but I've never been in a situation where I had to sit down and really prepare for software engineering interview. A couple of years later, I was a little bit bored at my current job and I started looking for other job. And that's when I realized there is a lot of preparation that is needed for software engineering interview. First, let me share with you the mistake that I've made, and maybe you can kind of understand where that goes. The first mistake that I've made at that time is I chose to use C++ to implement most of the algorithm that I knew, and I solved a lot of leet code problem with C++. And by the time I get into the interview, I think I had an interview with Microsoft at that time, I would make some silly mistakes, like I would not remember how printer work, because at the end of the day I did not use C++ in my daily job. So when I get to the job interview, everything I learned just escaped my head. Then I came into this Python, right? I started using Python a lot at work, and then I realized, oh, Python is a very concise language where in reality you have to write less code to do a lot of things compared to C++ or Java, which are very verbose languages. With Python, you end up writing smaller code, and then which in turn, when you are at the interview, would be really helpful. So if you're doing an interview or if you're preparing for an interview, I would suggest you to just do it in Python. The resources that had really helped me in preparing interview has been leet code. You don't need to do a lot. Maybe if you are, by the time you do the first 100 or 200 questions, then you should be enough to prepare at least for the coding portion of the software engineering interview. Doing it in multiple language helped. That gave me a perspective in terms of how much effort is needed when you're writing code for, let's say, when you're implementing a solution in C++ and when you're implementing that same solution in Python. Then you would realize that, you know, at an interview at the end of the day, they would give the job at whoever is able to solve the problem. I don't think they would penalize you if you use a language that is easier to work with, right? So if you are doing an interview and you have time to prepare, take a Python book and just do it in Python. This may not work for everybody. Some people prefer JavaScript, some people prefer Java, and some other people prefer C++. So the best advice would be to use what you are very familiar with and then do the interview. But if you're familiar with a lot of languages, then Python should be the choice of language for your software engineering interview. This was a short video. I hope it helps you. If you have any more questions, you can shoot me an email or you can comment on this video. You can share with me your experience with software engineering interview and what language that you use. Thank you. See you next time.